Bernie H, first in the live chat. How you doing, Bernie? Hopefully you're doing well today. Alright, that's my fresca. Just finished doing yard work and had a chance to breathe before I came into my live stream. Matty Ice Card, Dragon Fan Tim is not here as always. Nice to see you all in here. Get my computers working right. Look like once it went live, it's okay. Gonna move things along as quick as I can. Gonna do something quick between my YouTube and my WhattNot tonight. Right now I can't see the clock. But Bernie H was first in. We'll see what the timestamp says when he logs in here, or when I get logged in here. I don't know if, well, I do like Fresca. It's calorie free, it's a grapefruit citrus, and I just like the taste. I've liked Fresca ever since I was young. Maybe that's why I got hooked on it. Okay, there we go. It looks like my PC is running faster than my my Mac. My PC's running faster than my Mac. Does that make sense? And it's an old personal computer, but it still works. So as long as it works, I'll still use it. Alright, we got Bernie H. Let me get up here, see what time he was in there. 2 o'clock on the button. So at 2:05 we'll end the early birds. Oh my word. What the heck did I do? Where'd it go? Oh my word. Hate when I do that. I chose the wrong thing, started typing it, and it changed my whole thing around. Oh my word. Get out of there. Top story. I don't need NBC News. There we go. Get back to MEL OTT biography for today. Gotta get to that stream. See if my PC, my Mac's gonna beat my PC this time. Sorry. Don't mind me. We might have some new people show up, just in case you wonder. A couple people from WhattNot said they were gonna check out my YouTube channel. They went and looked at it last night during my sale and stuff for Cal Ripken Jr. Tonight I'm gonna be doing Ken Griffey Jr. on my WhattNot. So as soon as I get a second, here we go. Here we go. And down the street. Let's see if I can get in here. Okay. Let me get rid of that. Officially end the early birds. Well, it's still 2. What the heck is my doing? This is ridiculous. Did they change something here now? That I have to keep an eye on what I'm doing on my... Oh my word. In the chat. Why am I not? I'm gonna do that one. There we go. Alright. Chuck got in just in the nick of time before I ended the early birds. But that's okay, Chuck. You made it. That's what's important, especially now. Late entries don't count. But when my computer doesn't cooperate until I put the end on there and the early birds, it don't count. So Bernie H is first. Oh, by the way, we have 944 entries. So we got 22 yesterday. So Bernie H gets an entry for today. I'm going to mark them over here, but that's just so I know how many entries to put in there. Dragon Fan Tim, who's never here, is here. Matty Ice Cards is in the house. Okay. Bernie Lockin's here for his opening. Oh, I forgot to get I didn't get my new ones yet, but I do have I gotta put that out here. We are gonna open up a Fairfield today at least. Okay. Lockin 99. I got Lockin 99 in there. Okay, I got Lockin in here. Okay. And then we've got Matty Ice Cards, Big Ray's Ball Cards is in here. Bernie H, Matty Ice Cards, Big Ray, and Chuck's in the house. Chuck's in the house. So there we go. Alright. So we've got everybody in here. Technical difficulties. What's the technical difficulties? Oh yeah. Everything with my computer sometimes. One of these years I'll upgrade my iMac. This one was given to me, so I can't argue with it. It's been good for quite a few years now. So, and it was given to me by a friend of mine because he got a newer one given to him, so he let me keep this one. He didn't take it to the Philippines with him when he went. All right. So let me go down the list here and make sure I didn't miss anybody. I've got Bernie H. I've got Big Ray. I've got Chuck Dupree. I've got Dragon Fan Tim, who's not here. I've got Lockin 99. And I've got Matty Ice Cards. Did I miss anybody that made it in early enough? I don't believe so. Look out, the White Sox are over 500 in the last 13 games. Oh my word. Chuck, is the White Sox doing pretty good this year? I know Minnesota's done good because they just whipped our Mariners 3-1. They won 3 and we only won 1 game, but at least we didn't get swept. And that makes it that much more interesting, that's for sure. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to continue on here. We're going to get into our trivia for the day and the weekend. I'm pretty sure each one is going to be a 5-pointer. Okay, each one is going to be a 5-pointer today, including the weekend one. Okay. All right. So without further ado, let's get going here. And again, 5 entries will be given to whoever gets the trivias. And we have 2 today. 2 today, and they are worth 5 points each. 5 points for the first correct answer in the chat as I see it. Okay, and I'll just, after I finish reading through it, all you have to do is answer it. You only have to choose 1 answer for each trivia. So that's why it's 5 points apiece. Alright, Friday, May the 10th, 2024, the baseball birthdays for today are Ed Barrow, Jim Hickman, Robbie Thompson, and Ken Berry. But our trivia for today is, it's the Tommy Pham effect. World Series. Sandy Koufax broke the 62-year record for strikeouts in a single World Series in 1965. Who held the record before him? Is it A, Bill Denning? Is it B, Deacon Phillippe? Is it C, Cy Young? Or is it D, Sam Lever? Sandy Koufax broke the 62-year record for strikeouts in a single World Series in 1965. Who held the record before him? A, Bill Denning. B, Deacon Phillippe. C, Cy Young. Or D, Sam Lever? Start your guessing now. If somebody guesses the correct answer, I'll say stop the show. Sensei Domino's in the house. How you doing, Sensei? Okay. Lock in 99 got it first. It is A, Bill Denning. Bill Denning Locken got the 5 points. Okay, it is Bill Denning. Sandy Koufax broke the 62-year record for strikeouts in a single World Series in 1965. Who held the record before him? A, Bill Denning. Denning fanned 28 batters over 4 games in 1903, the first post-1900 World Series. Koufax struck out 29 Twins over 3 games. So congratulations there, Locken. You got that one. Okay. Next up is for the weekend, Saturday, May 11th. The birthday baseball birthdays are Charlie Gehringer, Nestor Chilak, Milt Pappas, and Mike Garcia. Best way to catch a knuckleball is wait until it stops rolling. Alright, and then for Sunday, May 12th, and by the way, this Sunday is Mother's Day, so don't forget that. The Sunday birthdays for Sunday, May 12th are Yogi Berra, Lou Whitaker, Philippe Alou, and Joe Duggan. Okay, and the title of the trivia is On This Day. I'll read the information and then the answers, and then once I say the 5 different answer choices, you can go ahead and start guessing, okay? On this day, name the slugger who connected for his 500th home run on May the 12th, 1970. Is it A, Frank Robinson? Is it B, Eddie Matthews? Is it C, Ernie Banks? Is it D, Mickey Mantle? Or is it E, Willie McCovey? Start your answers now. Okay. Dragon fan Tim got it. It is Ernie Banks. Letter C. Congratulations there, Tim. We give you your +5 here. All right. And then let's see. Monday we'll have on this day, on Tuesday. Then we will have a 5-point trivia on Tuesday next week when we have our next YouTube live. Okay. So on this day, name the slugger who connected for his 500th home run on May 12th, 1970. It was Ernie Banks. It says, on a breezy May day at Wrigley Field in the Windy City before just 5,264 faithful, Ernie Banks belted his 500th on May the 12th, 1970. Another future Hall of Famer, Ron Santo, singled in the 11th inning to drive in the winning run, and the Cubs beat the Braves 4-3. There you go, Dragon Fan Tim. You got that one. Awesome. All right. So let me put this off to the side here real quick. We will bring that out at the end of the show for the 2-minute warning to get your bonus entry at the end of the show. All right. So we are going to do MEL OTT here as I get my everything ready here. Melvin T. MEL OTT played for New York in the National League 1926 to 1948. One of few players to jump from a high school team into the majors. Played outfield and third base and managed club from December 1941 through July 1948. Hit 511 home runs. Had the National League record when he retired. Also led in most runs scored, most runs batted in, total bases, bases on balls, and extra bases on long hits. Had a .304 lifetime batting average, played in 11 All-Star games, and in 3 World Series. So there we go. MEL OTT is our Hall of Famer for today. All right, Melvin Thomas Ott was born March 12, 1909. Passed away on November 21st, 1958. I was only 4 months old then. Nicknamed Master Melvin, was an American professional baseball right fielder who played in Major League Baseball for the New York Giants from 1926 through 1947. He batted left-handed and threw right-handed, though usually slight in stature for a power hitter at 5 foot 9 inches, 1.75, 170 pounds. Ott led the National League in home runs, then record 6 times, and he was an All-Star for 11 consecutive seasons and was the first National League player to surpass 500 career home runs. As far as his early life, Ott was born in Gretna, Louisiana, in a suburb of New Orleans. Despite his average height, he quickly established himself as a gifted athlete, especially in baseball. During high school, he played on a semi-pro team for 4 days a week. He already showed considerable power at a young age and was getting paid for it. His team had a tradition of passing the hat whenever a player hit a home run. That figured in a victory, meaning Ott was taking some money for playing baseball as early as 14. Get some my soda pop here. As far as his playing career, despite his power, Ott's hometown minor league team, the New Orleans Pelicans, refused to sign him because of concerns about his size. He then found a job at a lumber company in Patterson near Morgan City, where he became a sensation on the company baseball team. Company owner Henry Williams was particularly impressed with Ott while visiting New York. He suggested that Giants manager John McGraw give him a tryout. Ott was skeptical at first, so Williams bought Ott a train ticket to New York. Ott arrived in New York. In early September, he quickly impressed the observers with his hitting, especially McGraw, who predicted that he would be one of the greatest left-handed hitters the National League has ever seen. He formally signed Ott to a contract in January of 1926. As far as regular season, Ott had originally been a catcher, but McGraw concluded that Ott was too small to be a major league catcher and converted him to an outfielder. After 2 years as a part-time player, he became the regular right fielder in 1929 at the age of 20. He didn't disappoint, hitting .328 with career highs in both home runs 42 and RBIs 151, both records for players who were 20 years old or younger at the start of the season. Ott's 1929 batting average of .328 is his second highest season average for a full-time player, trailing only his 1930 campaign with a .349 average. Ott was a 6-time National League home run leader in 1932, 34, 36 through 8, and 1942. From 1928 through 1945, he led the New York Giants in home runs. This 18-season consecutive dominance is a record. No other player has ever led his team in more consecutive years in a single Triple Crown category. He was both the youngest player to hit 100 home runs and the first National Leaguer to hit 500 home runs. He passed Rogers Hornsby to become the all-time National League run leader in 1937, and held that title until Willie Mays passed him in 1966. Ott was noted for reaching base via the base on balls or walk. He drew 5 walks in a game 3 times. He set the National League record for most walks in a doubleheader with 6 on October 5th, 1929, and did it again on April 30th, 1944. He tied an MLB record by drawing a walk in 7 consecutive plate appearances, June 16th to 18th. He also led the National League in walks 6 times in 1929, 31 to 33, 37, and 42. He twice scored 6 runs in a game, August 4th, 1934, and on April 30th, 1944. He is the youngest major leaguer to ever hit for the cycle. Ott was the first National League player to post 8 consecutive 100 RBI seasons, and only Willie Mays and Sammy Sosa, Chipper Jones, and Albert Pujols have since joined them. Okay. He used a batting style that was then considered unorthodox, lifting his forward right foot prior to impact. When McGraw first saw Ott's style, he called it the most natural swing I've seen in years. Alvin Dark said that Ott lifted his lead foot right off the ground like it was getting ready to kick at a dog. This style helped him hit for power. The more recent players who used a similar style include Harold Baines, Kirby Puckett, as well as Japanese home run king Sadahiro O. 1943, all of his 18 home runs came at home. Only 2 other players ever had a greater number of all home field home runs. Of Ott's 511 home runs, 323 of them, or 63%, came at home. Because of this, his home run record historically has been downplayed, suggesting that a 257-foot foul line at the Polo Grounds resulted in higher numbers at home. Sports writers often jokingly referred to him as the master of the Chinese home run. As such, short homers were called at the time. Ott would often respond by noting that it was so easy to inflate his homer totals by hitting over the fence, and at other hitters in the league would be doing it. As a balance, the Polo Grounds had the deepest power alleys in baseball. Also, he hit more career home runs in foreign stadiums than any other National League hitter. At the time of his retirement and some of his better seasons, he hit more homers on the road than in the Polo Grounds. There may be reason to believe that he was a better hitter than his record suggests because of differences in National League and American League ball specifications. Those differences are considered the greatest in history of the game and made it considerably harder for National League hitters to achieve home runs. Ott was also a skilled fielder. He was a master at playing balls that bounced off the fences at the Polo Grounds, allowing him to garner 26 assists in 1929, his first full season as a full-time player. He would never even approach that figure again, as base runners quickly realized it was too risky to run on balls hit in Ott's direction. During the prime of Ott's career, 11 seasons from 1931 to 1941, American League batter averaged 21% more home runs, peaking at 41% more home runs than their National League counterparts. Babe Ruth and Jimmy Fox, contemporaries, and both American League players, were the only batters to surpass Ott's record during his time. As far as postseason, Ott played in the World Series in 1933, 36, and 37. Winning in 1933, he hit 2 home runs during the 1933 season. In Game 1, he had 4 hits, including a 2-run home run in the first inning. In Game 5, he drove in the series-winning run with 2 outs in the top of the 10th, driving a pitch into the center field bleachers. In 1936 World Series, Ott had 7 hits and 1 home run. In 1937, he had 4 hits, 1 home run, playing in 16 World Series games. Ott batted .295, 18 for 61, with 8 runs, 4 home runs, and 10 RBIs. As far as his career statistics, in his 22-season career, Ott batted .304 with 511 home runs, 1,860 RBIs, 1,859 runs, 2,876 hits, 488 doubles, 72 triples, 89 stolen bases, and 1,708 base on balls, with a 14 on-base percentage and a .533 slugging average. Defensively, he recorded a .974 fielding percentage. He hit better than 300 10 times in his major league career. At the time of his retirement, he hit 200 more home runs than the next highest National Leaguer. As far as his managerial career, after longtime teammates Bill Terry retired as manager in 1941, he named Ott as a player manager. Ott continued as a regular player for another 5 years and remained productive at the plate for much of that time. In 1942, he led the league in home runs scored, and walks, and he finished the second home runs and third in slugging percentage in 1944. In 1945, he hit .308 and finished tied for 4th in home runs. On the second day of the 1946 season, a day after hitting what would be his final career home run, he injured his knee while driving for a fly ball. The injury effectively ended his career. He only appeared in 29 more games for the rest of 1946 and retired after making only 4 cameo appearances in 1947. He stayed as manager until Leo DeRocher replaced him midway through the 1948 season. The Giants' best finish during Ott's tenure was 3rd place in 1942, one of only 3 times he finished with a winning record. However, his 1943 and 1944 teams were decimated by World War II, which saw a number of established players drafted into the military. It was in reference to Ott's supposedly easygoing managing style that the then Dodgers manager DeRocher made the oft-quoted and somewhat out-of-context comment, "Nice guys finish last." Ott was the first manager to be ejected from both games of a doubleheader when the Giants lost both games to the Pittsburgh Pirates on June 9, 1946. What do we got here? Anybody new in? Yoda Vintage Cars is in the house. How you doing there, Yoda? Appreciate you. Not many since I started. Right, let me do a refresh so I know where I left off here. Okay. Ott spent the remaining 2.5 years of his contract helping his former teammate Carl Hubble run the Giants farm system. In 1951, Ott succeeded Chuck Dressen as manager of the Oakland Oaks of the Pacific Coast League, leading the club to an 80-88 record and 7th place finish. In 1952, the Oaks finished 104-76 under Ott, good for 2nd place in the Pacific Coast League. MLB honors, Ott was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1951 with 87.2% of the vote. His number 4 was also retired by the Giants in 1949, and it is posted on the facade of the upper deck in the left field corner of Oracle Park. He was a National League All-Star for 12 consecutive seasons from 1934 to 1945. All-Star selections only began in 1933. Ott had at least 3 All-Star caliber seasons prior to that, as well as in 1945 when the MLB canceled the 1945 contest and selections. He is one of only 6 National League players to spend a 20-year career with one team. Cap Anson, Stan Musial, Willie Stargell, Tony Gwynn, and Craig Biggio being the others. He was a nominee for the Major League Baseball All-Century team. In 1999, the Sporting News placed Ott at number 42 on its list of baseball's 100 greatest players. In 2020, the Athletic ranked Ott at number 32 on its Baseball 100 list, compiled by sports writer Joe Bosnaski. As far as his broadcasting career, Ott spent the 1953 and 54 seasons out of baseball for the first time since coming to New York in 1925. In 1955, he joined the Mutual Radio Network to recreate baseball games. From 1956 to 1958, Ott teamed with Van Patrick to broadcast the games of the Detroit Tigers on radio and television. As far as his death, Ott was injured in an auto accident in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi in November of 1958. He was transferred to a hospital in New Orleans where he died a week later at the age of 49. He was interred in Terry Cemetery. Ott died in a similar manner 2 other New York Giants Hall of Famers did. Frank Frisch in 1973 and Carl Hubble in 1988. Ott is remembered in his hometown of Gretna, where a park is named in his honor. Since 1959, the National League has honored the league's annual home run champion with the Mel Ott Award. In the 1989 film Field of Dreams, Ott was one of several deceased players portrayed in Farmer Ray Kinsella's Iowa cornfield. In 2006, Ott was featured on a United States postage stamp as one of a block of 4 honoring baseball sluggers, the others being Mickey Mantle, Hank Greenberg, and Roy Campanella. In announcing the stamps, the U.S. Postal Service stated, "Remembered as powerful hitters who mowed fans with awesome and often record-breaking home runs." Ott is also remembered in the name of the Little League of Amherst, New York. The MEL OTT Little League began in 1959. Named for Ott soon after his death. Ott's name frequently appears in crossword puzzles on account of its letters combination and brevity. Ott is mentioned in the poem Line Up for Yesterday by Ogden Nash, first published in Sport magazine in 1949, which reads as follows. O is for Ott, of the restless right foot. When he leaned on the pellet stayed out. And Ott is mentioned in Frank D. Gilroy's 1964 Pulitzer Prize-winning play, The Subject Was Roses. Near the beginning of Act 1, Scene 2, when John and Timmy have just returned home from a 1946 Giants versus Cubs game. And the script goes as follows. John says, "What will we drink to?" And Timmy says, "The Chicago Cubs." John says, "Think it'll help them?" Timmy says, "Can it hurt?" John says, "To the Cubs." Timmy says, "To the Cubs." John says, 16-3. Timmy says, "I'm still glad we went." John says, "So am I. That was a beautiful catch Ott made." Timmy says, "Yes." And then John finishes saying, "For a moment, I thought he lost it in the sun." As far as baseball records and accomplishments, as far as home runs, he's a 6-time National League home run leader in 1932, 34, 36 to 38, 1942. He was the youngest player to hit 100 and 200 home runs, and the first National League player to reach 500 home runs. Passed Roger Hornsby's 301 to become the all-time National League home run leader in 1937, and held that title at 511 until Willie Mays passed him in 1966. Holds the Major League record by leading his team 18 consecutive years in home runs in 1928 through 1945. And then in walks, he drew 5 walks in a game three times, in a game 3 times, and 6 walks in a doubleheader twice. Shares the MLB record by drawing a walk in 7 consecutive plate appearances, 16 June through the 18th in 1943. Led the National League in walks 6 times, 29, 1931 to 33, 37, and 42. Other offense, twice scored 6 runs in a game, August 4th, 1934 and April 3rd, 1944. Hit for the cycle on May 16th, 1929. First NFL player to post 8 consecutive 100 RBI seasons. Only Willie Mays, Sammy Sosa, Chipper Jones, and Albert Pujols have joined him. As far as defense, twice led National League outfielders in double plays in 1929 and 35. And then overall, he's a 12-time All-Star from 1934 through 1945, and a 4-time Sporting News All-Star 1934 to 1936 and 1938. In 1999, he ranked number 42 in the Sporting News list of the 100 greatest baseball players and was a nominee for the MLB All-Century Team. One of 6 National League players to play more than 20 years with one team. Cap Anson, Stan Musial, Willie Stargell, Craig Biggio, and Tony Gwynn are the others. He managed the New York Giants in 7 seasons in 1942 to 1948. Okay, now we'll go in a second here, we'll go through his Hall of Fame induction statistics. Give me a second here. I want to post a link in the chat here. Okay. Let me go back here. Jay Thompson. I should know that. The other Ott brother, cousin. There were two Otts, correct? Oh, there might have been. There was only one that made it into the Hall of Fame, though. That was MEL OTT. There we go. Let me do this. Let me refresh the chat, and I'm gonna pin this link I just put up there. This is for my Ken Griffey Jr. WhattNot auction tonight. Just so you do know, in case you're interested, that's my link there for my WhattNot, my Ken Griffey Jr. WhattNot auction tonight. All the auctions start at $1. Okay. Hopefully you gave me my thummies up for me. What is that? Why didn't you give me a choice to just make you go away? What is wrong with this stuff now? Let me put all that stuff down there now, huh? What the heck? I don't like what they've done here now. See if I can get that open back up again. There we go. There we go. To save the day. Alright, first off though, we're going to do the stats. MEL OTT stats for his Hall of Fame induction. Again, he was born March the 2nd, 1909 in Gretna, Louisiana. He died November 21st, 1958. Oh, okay. No problem. I was wondering what's going on there. You guys were chatting about something else. That's fine. He died November 21st, 1958, the age of 49 in New Orleans, Louisiana. His MLB debut, April 27th, 1926 for the New York Giants. His last MLB appearance was in July 11th, 1947 for the New York Giants. His MLB statistics, he had a career batting average of .304, 2,876 hits, 511 home runs, 1,860 runs batted in. His managerial record was 464 wins, 530 losses, which gave him a .467 winning percentage. As a player, he played for the New York Giants 1926 to 47, and as a manager for the Giants 1942 through 1948. His career highlights and awards: 12 times All-Star 1934 to 1945, World Series champion 1933, 6 times National League home run leader 1932, 34, 36 through 38, 42, National League RBI leader 1934, and the San Francisco Giants number 4 retired. He's a member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame, inducted in 1951 with 87.2% on the third ballot. So there you go. MEL OTT's Hall of Fame biography there. I'll put this off to the side for now. Go through his few cards I've got here from MEL OTT. First up we've got is a Cal John chip. In case you're wondering what these were back in the day, I've got a complete set of these in a binder somewhere. I haven't seen it in a while. David gave me a set of these. That was pretty cool. But that's what the back of it looks like. And it is it's not too old a set. I think it's 2012. I think you found these in, the 2013 Cooperstown It was hard to collect a set of these, but I have one of these now. Okay. So then we've got a Diamond Kings MEL OTT from 2019 Panini. 2019 Panini there. Let me move that and get closer here. Then we've got a 1951 for his induction. This is a 2012 Panini. Okay. This is a Baseball Greats MEL Out Swell back in the day, and this one is 1990. This is the Action Packed from the Action Pack MEL OTT. This set was from 1993. That's how I gotta check to see what year they are on the back of my cards and stuff. I do that a lot on my WhattNot too if I don't see it on the front. This one celebrates the Legends of New York. It's got MEL OTT and yeah, Joe DiMaggio, I think it is. And then our last one is the commemorative patch for MEL OTT New York Giants professional baseball, 150 years of baseball. It's not the short print version or anything like that, but it is a cool relic type card to have a MEL OTT. So there we go. I did that backwards too, didn't I? There we go. Those will go back into my Hall of Fame collection for MEL OTT. And now, without further ado, we'll get into our our Fairfield box. Yeah, I hate small font, but unfortunately, they got to try and squeeze everything into the card. Okay. Alright, so we're going to open up our Fairfield. We didn't get anything else good, but let's just go here and get this done. Okay. Let's see what year we have for a manufacturing date on here. This is last year, October 2023. October 2023 is our date on this. You find the date when you open the bottom of your Fairfield, and that way you can use it as a repack box if you do repacks. Ooh, this one's pretty full. Uh-oh, there's another card in here still. Another card. There we go. Oh, we got another card in there still. Wow, they really got this one filled up. No more in there now. Okay, so let me put these in here. I will put this with my Fairfields. And let's see what we got here. And we got a 1990 Flair. A 1990 Flair. Isn't that appropriate? Well, at least no bubble gum that I can tell, but we'll open up that at the end here. See what kind of rookies and Hall of Famers we can find out of this box. We've got Gavin Lux. We've got, oh, what year? This is probably 22s, right? $2023. Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, October 23, and they put 2023 cards in there. That don't happen too often, does it? Brian McMahon. Okay. Then we got the Sandy Alcantara with the Marlins. That's an 88 throwback style. 2023. Then we got an Oscar Villarreal with the Diamondbacks. Shout out to Kevin. with his Diamondbacks. Well, at least it isn't a 1991 Fleer. Yeah, exactly. Ben Zobrist with the Athletics. Oh, there we go. We got a 1983 Art Howell with the Astros. 1981 Mike Cubbage with the Twins. A rookie card, Fleer Tradition. That one at least says it's a rookie card, so we got one rookie so far. There we go. We got Billy Bean with the Twins. We've got Tim Leary with the Brewers. Calvin Schiraldi with Boston. Jeff Lottie with the Cardinals. Doug Corbett with the Angels. Jim Morrison with the Pirates. Oh, there we go. Jim Beattie with the Seattle Mariners. Jeff Russell with Boston. Manager Joe Torre. Let's see. Did Torre make it into... Yeah, Joe Torre, Hall of Famer. First Hall of Famer sighting in here. I don't have many of his cards. Then we've got who? We got the show, Josh Hamilton with the River Dogs. Got a checklist. Everybody loves a checklist. Okay. Tony Phillips with the Athletics. Cubs League Leaders. Mark Portugal with the Twins. Jesse Barfield with the Blue Jays. Mike Davis with the Athletics. Mike Fetters with the Angels. Thad Bosley with Kansas City. Yeah, I thought so too. Let's see, that Torre, what year is that one? Probably a newer one. I don't think it's the older cards. '81 Fleer. It's a 1981 Fleer. Alright, Kevin McReynolds with the Royals. Brett Butler. Brett Butler. I don't think read it in right. No. Paul Kilgus with Toronto. Robin Ventura with Pacific Trading Cards. Reggie Harris with the A's. Willie Green with the Reds. Mel Rojas with the Expos. Oh, we got a little frame card here. Montreal Expos, Darren Fletcher. EXL. That's an awesome looking card. That's a nice one. It's one of those frame cards that you see it in like what are the newer sets they do them in. And then what year was this? 1997. There we go. Jeremy Burnett's Upper Deck. Then we've got a Chuck Carey with the Yankees. Tony Phillips with the Athletics. Rick Rhoden with the Astros. Andy Van Slyke with the Pirates. Bob McClure with the Angels. Gary Ward with the Detroit Tigers. Then we've got a Bowman, Brandon Phillips. Carlos Delgado, Top Stadium Club. Fernando Valenzuela. That's a pretty cool older card. Like that one. Cardinals leaders. Bruce Ruffin Gold Cup card goes with the rookies. Len Dykstra with the Mets. Lee Gutterman with the Seattle Mariners. Then we've got opening day. Maglio Ordonez Gold Cup card. That's a cool one. And Ron Robinson Fleer Baseball Game Winners. Limited edition. 1987 Fleer. So Pretty nice there, not too bad. Double check some of these that didn't make them look like obvious rookies, but you can usually figure out if they're rookies or not. Time to open up this one here, and then we can finish up. Running really good, so I'll have a couple hours. Gotta take care of some other stuff before my sale tonight, so. How many cards are usually in? Doesn't say really how many cards are on this. Jose Canseco, fan favorite. Oh, okay. At least I remember what year this is now. Could almost save that pack. I don't need many of these, but it's always nice to open up, see if you can get a Hall of Famer. We got a sticker card there. Got a sticker card there. I'll put that with my stickers. And here we go. Fleer 1990. Tommy Gregg with the Braves. Bob Kipper with the Pirates. Omar Vizquel with the Seattle Mariners. No Seattle Mariners sighting. Milt Thompson with the Cardinals. Dwight Evans with the Red Sox. Steve Lyons with the White Sox. Tim Bertas with the Cincinnati Reds. Andy McGaffigan with the Expos. Greg Briley with the Seattle Mariners. Then we got Will the Thrill Clark, it's a fan favorite. Sometimes, some like him, some people like him, some people don't like him. Undrafted player, how you doing? Thanks for popping in here. Tony's set ever. Jeff Robinson with the Tigers. Tim Belcher with the Dodgers. Bob Melvin with the Orioles. Rafael Ramirez with the Astros. And another fan favorite, Jose Canseco. I think that's before he started juicing. Yeah, that's early in his career. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 5th year card. Early on in his career. But Will the Thrill Clark and Jose Canseco, fan favorites for sure. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright. Oh, once in a blue moon undrafted player. Once in a blue moon. Not too often, that's for sure. That's why it's just fun sometimes looking at older cards. It was kind of nice getting this Joe Torre. I'm going to get a penny sleeve out on this one real quick. Let's put this one up, and this is not that old. What did I say this was? A 1981? A 1981 Flair. Joe Torre, Hall of Famer. Yep. And other than that, oh, he was juicing his whole career, huh? So it's just he really bulked up when he got into it with Sammy Sosa. Get things all people fired up for all those home runs and stuff from extra. Yeah. True. Understand. Okay, let me put all these basic commons right here next to Torre, just so I can make a little extra space here. Then we had the two Gold Cup cards and a rookie for sure out of here so far. Alright. Then we had the two fan favorites here. I'll put them right behind Torre. How's that sound? Right behind Torre, we'll put the two fan favorites, Will the Thrill Clark and Jose Canseco. Because there are people that still collect him, and then put Joe Torre right there. Alright, let's get ready for our 2-minute warning, and I'll get ready to close up shop for today. Okay, so all you got to do when I put this in the 2-minute warning is to just say something in the chat, and you will get an entry in our end of month drawing. Or actually, when we get 1,000 names on the wheel of names, then we'll do our drawing, which will have 10 prizes. We're up to 9 prizes. We got 944 entries. We got 56 entries to go. So we'll see how close we get today. I'm predicting next week we'll have the end of month giveaway. Okay, so go ahead and start your guessing now. Okay, at 3:03 we'll end the guesses, log you guys in, and sign off till 6 p.m. for my Ken Griffey Jr. auction and whatnot. That's the pinned comment in the chat there, in case you want to go in and bookmark it so that you'll get a reminder when I go live. Alright, so okay, so at 3:03 I'll end it. Nice looking card in the middle. We see the ball on the card when the pitcher is throwing it. Oh yeah, this one right here. That is a nice card, that's for sure. Yeah, and you can see it's Montreal Expos Darren Fletcher. But that's the catcher. He's... Oh, I see it. And you're talking about the Meadows down here. The rookie card here for Meadows. You can see the ball there on the way. I see what you're talking about. That one there too. Oh yeah, that's the Florida Marlins. It's what is his name? Brian Meadows with the Florida Marlins. Brian Meadows. Okay, so in the 2-minute warning, everybody that made it in there, I'll get ready to log you in again real quick here. Alright, we've got Bernie's here. Bernie's here with a +1. Okay, and then we've got Sensei Domino's here. Still, Sensei's still here for a entry. Okay, Chuck's still here. Chuck's in the house. Okay, Jay Thompson's here. Let's see, I gotta write you in here, don't I, Jay? J logged in down here. Sensei Domino I got. Yep. And then undrafted player is in here again today, so he gets an entry at the end of the stream. Boom. And Bernie says, have a great weekend, Donald, and everybody. Another great stream as always, Donald. Thanks, Don, for the info. We'll try to pick up this card. Which one? Which one are you talking about? This one here? I'll hang out just for a second there, undrafted player. Are you talking about this one here I'm pointing to with my pen? Undrafted player, you still here? Okay, tell you what, I will set it aside, and if you're in my WhattNot sale, I can always do this as a giveaway for you. Okay, but I will set it aside because I don't have to put it in my rookie box. I'm going to set this off to the side, and if you happen to show up in the next few shows or whatnot, I'll add that in. Just remind me if you show up for my WhattNot sale, okay? then we'll kind of do it that way, okay? So until then, this has been Don Blomdahl, Hall of Fame Veterans, Sports Cards and More, with Hall of Fame Biography episode number 233, MEL OTT, Baseball Trivia, and that was ×2, and our Fairfield Friday. We all had fun today. Let's get ready for the weekend. Have another great day today, and look forward to, don't forget, Mother's Day on Sunday. And as always, be blessed. Y'all take care. We'll see you around the channels. Remember, again, click on the link if you want. WhattNot at 6 p.m. Ken Griffey Jr. cards, round 3. All different cards.